Imagine a village, a place where the air is fresh and the pace of life is slow. The villagers live in harmony with nature, and at the heart of this village stands an ancient oak tree, a symbol of wisdom and strength. This oak tree is not just any tree, it is revered by the villagers. They believe it holds the wisdom of generations, and they often gather around it to seek guidance and solace. Here's why. One day, a young man named Sam, who was known for his curiosity and restlessness, approached the oak, troubled by the choices he faced in life. "Wise oak," he asked, "should I choose wealth and power or stay true to my values?" His voice trembled with uncertainty as he looked up at the towering tree. The oak, with a deep and resonant voice, replied, "Imagine you're a tree." Its words were slow and deliberate, each one carrying the weight of centuries. "Bend with the wind, stay strong." The oak's branches swayed gently, illustrating its point. It continued, "Life will bring many challenges like the wind that blows through the forest. Resist, and you may break." Sam pondered this, his mind racing with thoughts. He had always been taught to stand firm, but now he was being told to bend. "Your values are your roots grounding you." The oak's voice was soothing, like a gentle breeze. It explained that just as a tree's roots anchor it to the ground, a person's values provide stability and strength. Wealth and power are like the wind. They can be strong and forceful, but they are also unpredictable and ever-changing. Stay rooted, bend with integrity. You'll remain unbroken. The oak's words resonated deeply with Sam. He realized that true strength comes from within, from staying true to oneself while being flexible enough to adapt to life's challenges. Sam chose to stay true to his values, living simply but fulfilled. He found peace in the knowledge that he was living a life of integrity, guided by the wisdom of the oak. The oak's wisdom continued to guide the villagers, teaching that true strength lies in staying true to oneself while adapting to change. The villagers often gathered around the oak, sharing stories and seeking advice, knowing that the tree's wisdom was timeless. And so the oak's wisdom lived on. The tree stood tall and proud, a silent guardian of the village, its branches reaching out like arms embracing the community. The villagers knew that as long as the oak stood, they would always have a source of guidance and strength. The oak tree was more than just a source of wisdom. It was a living testament to the power of nature and the importance of staying grounded. Its leaves rustled in the wind, creating a soothing melody that calmed the hearts of those who listened. The villagers celebrated the oak tree in many ways. Children played around its base, families picnicked under its shade, and festivals were held in its honor. The tree was a central part of their lives, a symbol of unity and continuity. The oak tree had witnessed countless seasons and changes. Its rings told the story of its long life, each one a chapter in the history of the village. The villagers often touched its bark, feeling the rough texture and drawing strength from its presence. The village elders often shared stories under the oak tree, passing down the wisdom they had received from their ancestors. Young people listened intently, knowing that these stories were a precious gift, a link to their past and a guide for their future. The oak tree stood through all seasons, a constant presence in the ever-changing landscape. In winter it was covered in snow, a stark silhouette against the white. In spring it burst into bloom, a symbol of renewal. In summer it provided lush shade, and in autumn it shed its leaves, a reminder of the cycle of life. Inspired by the oak tree, the villagers began planting new trees, ensuring that future generations would also have a source of wisdom and strength. Children watered the saplings, learning the importance of nurturing and caring for nature. As the sun set, the oak tree cast long shadows over the village, bathing it in a golden light. The villagers felt a deep sense of peace and gratitude, knowing that they were part of something greater, a community rooted in wisdom and integrity. The oak tree's roots ran deep, intertwining with the soil, symbolizing the deep connections within the village. These roots represented the values and traditions that held the community together, providing stability and strength. At night, the villagers gathered around the oak tree, sharing stories by lantern light. The tree was illuminated by the moon, casting a serene glow over the scene. It was a time of reflection and bonding, a reminder of the enduring power of community and wisdom. The oak tree stood tall against the starry sky, a symbol of timeless wisdom. Its presence was a constant reminder that true strength comes from staying true to oneself and adapting to the winds of change. As dawn broke, the villagers woke up to a new day, the oak tree bathed in the morning light. There was a sense of hope and renewal, a feeling that as long as the oak tree stood, they would always have a source of guidance and strength. The oak tree remained at the heart of the village, a symbol of unity and continuity. Life went on around it, but the tree stood as a silent guardian, its wisdom and strength a constant source of inspiration for the villagers. The oak tree's leaves glistened with morning dew, a symbol of resilience and beauty. The villagers knew that as long as they stayed true to their values and adapted to change, they would remain strong and unbroken, just like the wise old oak tree. And so the oak tree stood tall, the village thriving around it. There was a sense of harmony and peace, a feeling that the wisdom of the oak would continue to guide them for generations to come. The villagers knew that they were part of a legacy, a community rooted in integrity and strength. As dusk fell, the village settled down for the night, the oak tree standing as a silent sentinel. There was a sense of calm and contentment, a feeling that all was right with the world. The villagers knew that as long as the oak tree stood, they would always have a source of wisdom and strength to guide them through life's challenges. The oak tree stood in the moonlight, a symbol of enduring wisdom and strength. The village was at peace, knowing that they were part of something greater, a community rooted in the timeless wisdom of the wise old oak tree. And so the oak's wisdom lived on, guiding the villagers and teaching them the true meaning of integrity and strength. The oak tree's branches were home to many birds, their chirping adding a sense of life and vibrancy to the village. The villagers often paused to listen, finding joy in the simple beauty of nature. The villagers worked together in the fields, their efforts a testament to the strength of their community. They knew that by supporting each other, they could overcome any challenge. Children learned from their elders, absorbing the wisdom passed down through generations. This sense of tradition and continuity was a cornerstone of village life, ensuring that the values of integrity and strength would endure. Even in the rain, the oak tree stood tall, a symbol of resilience and endurance. The villagers took comfort in its presence, knowing that they too could weather any storm. During the harvest, the villagers celebrated with joy and gratitude. The oak tree was a central part of these festivities, a reminder of the abundance that comes from living in harmony with nature. As dawn broke, the oak tree stood as a symbol of new beginnings. The villagers felt a sense of hope and promise, knowing that each day was an opportunity to live with integrity and strength. The oak tree's bark, rough and textured, was a symbol of strength and stability. The villagers often touched it, drawing inspiration from its enduring presence. In the evening light, the oak tree cast a serene glow over the village. There was a sense of peace and tranquility, a feeling that all was right with the world. The villagers often gathered around the oak tree, sharing stories and laughter. These moments of connection and joy were a testament to the strength of their community. The oak tree stood in the moonlight, a symbol of enduring wisdom and strength. The village was at peace, knowing that they were part of something greater, a community rooted in the timeless wisdom of the wise old oak tree. And so the oak's wisdom lived on, guiding the villagers and teaching them the true meaning of integrity and strength.